Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today's video I want to dedicate to my bold predictions on how the Moscow rental housing market will look like in 2022. So let's start with going back to 2021 and talk a little bit about it, because what I see now on the market is coming from 2021 still. So what we saw on the housing market in 2021 was increased demand from potential corporate tenants. And it has increased, of course, compared to 2020. We still don't know what's going to happen in 2022, but I hope the flow of expats and corporate tenants will continue. We also saw a significant reduction in supply, especially in the sector of good quality European style apartments. If before, when searching for the apartment, I was able to offer to my clients like 8 to 10 apartments which were more or less good enough for them to take. In 2021 it was like 3 to 5 apartments maximum, and I knew they were not like good enough to 100%. So it was very hard to find a proper apartment. And what we also saw was supply budget has become higher than the demand budget. So the prices for the apartments were higher than the budgets of the corporate tenants. For example, the average difference between the proposed rate from the landlords and requested rate from potential tenants, the difference between them was equal to $1,000. All of that resulted in high competition on the market. The market shifted to landlord's market. A lot of negotiations ended with take it or leave it. And one of the interesting factors on the rental housing market was significant part of the tenants were Russians renting on their own. Thus, they were often ready to decide on spot and would agree on payments and other conditions immediately. And they were ready to pay in cash, and for some of the landlords in Russia, it's a big priority to get payments in cash. So what did it mean for expats? It meant that landlords were not willing to wait 3-4 weeks for the companies to approve the lease for their employees. What we also faced was the request from landlords for rental price increases during the lease renewals. So as I already said, the situation on the market was very interesting, and it might continue to stay the same in 2022. As I already mentioned, the market became landlord oriented, and we should keep it in mind for 2022. How will these challenges affect the rental market in Moscow and the expats in 2022? What I think is that home search and lease renewals might stay challenging. Newcomers and those who decided to change the current property should be ready to high competition and no willingness of the landlords to negotiations or any discounts. There is a strong belief that a lot of expats left during the lockdown, and there should be a lot of available options, but unfortunately it's a wrong perception. Increased demand and a reduced supply can lead to a number of bidding offers from different potential tenants, and this will keep apartment prices on a high level, and landlords will be choosing the most favorable conditions for them, including renewals. Other factors that can influence the rental housing market in Moscow in 2022 are increase of properties' cadastral value for about 20% announced by officials. It will lead to increase of property tax, though it will not be enormous, but landlords will keep it in mind, as well as they do with utility costs. By the way, utility costs are going up every year now, so you should be also aware of that. The other initiative for the officials is registration of the lease and rental contracts in the special system which they are implementing. So if the system is implemented, people who were not paying taxes will have to get out of the shadow and will increase the rental prices by the added tax. One of the key factors which will still be influencing the market is, of course, the COVID-19 situation. I can't predict how it will be affecting the economy in general and the Moscow housing market in particular in 2022. If the situation stays stable, we can say that it will be good for the potential tenants, as prices will stay nearly the same. But if something gets worse and if we face more restrictions, the situation might get out of hands. As for a big number of landlords, the rent is their only income and they would want to find a way to increase the income by increasing the rent. And also what we currently face is an unstable political situation which is affecting economy and the market, and it is also affecting a currency rate. Please keep in mind that most of the Russian landlords are thinking in currency, dollars or euros, when they set prices, even if they're set in rubles. So only this factor can increase rental prices by 5 to 10%. To sum it all up, I do not expect prices to increase more than 5–10% during the 2022. At the same time, I don't expect them to go down much, since the current rental market situation is still in favor of the landlords. The number of listed property has decreased, the number of good properties has decreased even more, and the choice is really limited, almost nothing to choose from if we are talking about decent apartments in European style in the central and other areas which are usually in high demand among the expats. Anyway, time will show who was right or wrong. It will be very interesting to discuss it at the end of 2022. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to like the video, and maybe to leave me a comment on what you think about the Russian market, if you had to deal with it before. For example, if you are already in Moscow and had an experience searching for the property in 2021, or you were the one changing properties in 2021, let me know how it went, how many options you had to choose from, and I mean only those that really suited most of your needs. What were the prices compared to your budget? Were the prices higher or lower? What was your experience regarding price negotiations with the landlords? And if you were changing properties, did you find one, or you're still waiting for the one to appear on the market? I will be glad to receive your comments on that. So, if you are only planning to come to Moscow, feel free to contact me with your questions. What I can guarantee from my side to my clients is my honest effort in finding the best apartments available on the market and negotiating the best conditions for them. So I think this is it for this video. I'm glad that you stayed with me and watched it till the end. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, put the ring on to get notifications about my new videos coming out. And once again, I will be happy for your comments. They will give me an idea of what to talk about in my next videos, and they will inspire me to record more videos for you. So right now I'm saying goodbye to you all. Have a nice day, and see you in Moscow.